Good evening, everyone, and a happy Easter to you all. So this is broadcasting on Sunday, or Easter Sunday. So I wish you all a very, very happy Easter. Welcome to Vanguard Tactics. I'm Stephen Box, and if you're interested in Warhammer 40k, you're in the right place, as it is my mission to help improve the standard of the game, both on and off the tabletop. And essentially for 21 days, with day 20 now of 21 days, I decided to go live to answer your questions whilst we are in this lockdown quarantine time zone. It's a very odd time and place to be at the moment, but I thought I'd go live, and I can't believe that we're in day 20 out of day 21. But welcome back to everyone who is joined for so many days, and it is extremely humbling to see so many familiar faces back every single day. It really is, and I'm incredibly grateful to you all. You've made these. I can't believe I've actually achieved this many days. Actually, I thought I'd have sacked off by now, or bailed, or just been like, oh, I'm not feeling very good, because sometimes, I'll be honest, guys, there's been days where it's like, oh, I've got to do that at 6. And it's not that I don't want to talk to people. It's just the fact that, I've got to make myself look presentable. I put my hat on, or if I probably just want a nap, then I can't do that. So yeah, you just want to chill sometimes, right? But I'm proud of myself for doing this. I've showed that I've committed to you guys as well. In you guys being committed back, turning up every day is extremely humbling. So I'll let you know I've been getting on with the Grey Knights. And basically, if you're new to these lives, then I'm here to answer your questions. So any question you have, please post it in the chat. And I've been doing a 24-hour painting challenge where the goal's been to paint an army, a 2,000-point army, in 24 hours. And that army is Grey Knights, which I think is definitely achievable. I'm currently in I think I'm on 9.5 at the moment. And I've completed one model apart from the basing. So I can't do the basing yet because I need PVA glue. And I went to the shop today to get some food and stuff, but the shop was shut. So I'm going to get it tomorrow. But here's where I'm at. This is what they will all look like. It's pretty nice. Got a good bit of not coming in focus there, is it? Good bit of edge highlighting. So this is what the army will look like. Pretty happy with this. Oh, let's move it away from the camera so it actually gets some focus. And this is a standard that I'm very happy with personally. It's got like a nice, cool sort of blue, dark, metallic color, which I like. Yeah. There we have it, boys. There we have it. The Grey Knights. It's going to be epic. The shields of the Emperor, as I like to call this little force. Yeah. So, any questions, guys? Oh, I'm going to talk about some one Chaos faction I forgot to talk about, which was the Alpha Legion. We're going to talk about them in a bit. So I'll do that closer, or do that shortly. So, howdy from Montreal. Caught the live again. Thanks for the vids. You're killing it with this live series. Thank you very much, Connor. Really, really appreciate it. Chancey said, what's a good army to have my wife start to play? She's a Marine and I'm a former Marine. I play Nids. I was thinking about her play Sisters of Battle. Sisters of Battle are very, very cool. Like, the models are great, number one. They're extremely good on the tabletop. My sister's army is brilliant. I absolutely love it. I think you've got a good diverse range of models there as well. The theme of them are pretty neat as well. So that's definitely an option. But I think the Grey Knights are really cool, actually, because what I like about the Grey Knights is that they have a real purpose behind them. Like, they are there to destroy demons. And I think it's quite easy for people that are not in the game to picture a demon, right? That they're very common amongst all kind of horror films and everything, whether it's you know, you're trying to do an exorcist of demons or whatever. And I think because of their steel armor, or that sort of classic steel look to them, they've got a very sort of knight in shining armor sort of feel to them, which I think is cool. They are minimal model count. So this army I've got is 55 models. So again, it's quite easy to get them on the tabletop, quite easy to move them about. Whereas Sisters of Battle, you could be looking at 120 models. The thought of buying 120 models, the thought of painting that many as your first army can often be challenging. Whereas 55 of these boys, and so it could be an option. So I think these are super cool. Really like them, and the models look great. They're timeless, I think. And yeah, really, really good. I'm actually thinking of doing a conversion with the Grandmaster in Dread Knight. I want to do I've got a cool conversion in mind, so hopefully you'll see that soon. I'm just going to turn this blind down a little bit because I'm getting a weird... There we go. Happy days. My umbrella's still up, by the way. So, thanks, Brian. Appreciate you, the kind comments. Thank you, JP. So when are you sending me that army so I can play it? Sorry, mate. This one's for the studio. This Grey Knight army is a studio army. Stephen, would you take heavy side cannons on paladins? Would you take any? No, it's too expensive. And I don't want to have to think about them. You know, I like it. I like an army that is simple but effective. Harlequin's question for you again. What would you choose for the... Ryan, did I forget to answer your question yesterday? Because I jestingly ignored you because you challenged me, and then I forgot to answer, so I'm terribly sorry. So, question for you. What would you choose for the Harlequins to get in terms of rules and strats? So, again, I hate predicting, guys. You know this by now. I hate predicting new stuff because if I don't get it, I'm really disappointed. So, what do Harlequins need? They need a points adjustment. Their weapons are too expensive. Their combat blades do nothing apart from, hey guys, I'm over here. Please shoot my sword and kill me. So if they gave an extra attack, that'd be great, but we're not going to get that. All of their cool stratagems are unique to different masks, which is a real shame because they've actually got in different masks, which is really frustrating because I think if they were just open, they'd be a lot more competitive. They'd have a chance. But what else do they need? Something to increase their charge range, actually, would be nice. A 3d6-inch charge, anything along those lines would be good. A +3, a +2 even, you'd take it. Because you can put the units in reserve, but then they just come down. They don't make their charge. That's it. Game. You lose that unit. Something to stop units falling back out of combat from you. That would be great as well. If you had those three things, so increase charge, stop units falling back. Okay, just those two things, Harlequins are playable, like real playable. Maybe like a double shoot stratagem, because you don't get anything to buff shooting. Like your Harley bikes, there's nothing. You can't even get +1 to hit. You can't get reroll ones to hit. You can't get anything like that. So yeah, double shoot would be cool. Just to make sure then, if you reroll 1 CP, reroll your D6s on the type weapons. That would be nice. I'd be well up for that because then you could. Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, that's what I want. So they're my 3 wishes, boys. Okay, you can have that. JW, also a question. I want to put a relic Leviathan in my scar so I can deep strike it that close, but I have to take another heavy support choice for that unit eliminated, but feels that's a weird when your army wants to charge. Then don't do it. Don't put it in. Don't put the relic Leviathan in. Don't put Leviathan in just because it's good. Find other ways to make your army pod. Try that. In Devastator Doctrine, come down, use the stratagem. That'd be pretty good. First turn or second turn alpha when you need it. That's going to pack a punch. Then you can put other units in Deep Strike then, because otherwise you're using up sort of CPs to get that done, and you're having to spend extra points on eliminators you don't want to take. So don't just take a Leviathan because he's good. All right. Or just put him on the board, advance and charge him, or advance and charge him, make him a combat one, see how that works out. Who knows? Blood Angels, Death Company would be getting countercharged by Sally's or Heroic into 2d6 by aggressors, then shooting, get Flamecraft in combat, turning their flames into pistols. Would they survive? Blood Angels, Death Company would getting countercharged by Sally's by Heroic Intervention, intervene 2d6 aggressors, and then shooting, get Flamecraft in combat. No, they wouldn't survive. Death Company just whittle away very quickly. Reroll the Haywire shots is a good shout. Yeah, who knows? I might be right. Could be wrong. If they do, it's just an educated guess. I'm not privy to any new rules or anything like that, sadly. Chansey said, I got a buddy into 4K a few months back, Necrons, and I'm now his long life painter. I was thinking of getting a badass model, but don't know what I should get. The Kaitan's a pretty cool model, and he's good as well. The one that allows you to redeploy, the golden one. So that would be a cool model. He allows to redeploy 3 units. That's very good. Henry Caval is one of us. He was painting Custodes today on Instagram. What a hero! What an absolute hero! No pun intended. Yeah. I'll message him. I'll be like, Henry, guys, they want you at 6 o'clock with me on a live. Are you up for it? I'll message him. We'll see what he says. In fact, I'll do that in a minute. But like, Henry, why do you love 40k so much? We'll see if he comes on. Yeah. And if he's ever in the UK, he can come to the gym with me after. Warhammer sesh, gaming sesh, done. Probably some barbecue food. Who knows? Yeah. Hey, short green skin question. 3 Death Dreads or 6 Killicans? It's a good question. I'm thinking Killicans, actually. 6 Killicans with the 6-up invuln save. Because now the vehicles, grots. Yeah, reroll ones. Let's do that. Yeah, Killicans. Killicans it is. Question, best way to destroy Gulliman Bubble. A, use my Black Legion Obliterators and Terminators to shoot it to death. Or B, use my Dark Angels to create an Azrael. You're playing this army. And you're thinking of the best counter to it. Let me ask you that. Or is this an army that you regularly face in tournaments? Okay, so you've got option A. Do you know you're playing against this, like at a club, somebody? Or B, is it in a competitive scene that you often find yourself fighting? Let me ask you that. Then I'll answer your question. You should get some stripper to keep you company, bro. Well, who knows? Killer cans brawl away. Thoughts on Bobby G and a Grey Knight army? No. My thoughts on it are just no. He gives reroll 1s and +1 move. They don't need either of those. They move by a deep strike or gate, and they already get reroll 1s anyway, so it wouldn't be any beneficial. Plus. Drago hits just as hard as Gulliman, and he's cheaper. Yeah. Drago. Come on. For the Grey Knights. Drago. Although I came up with today the most brutal combo. It's a real tasty combo, guys. You know how much I love tasty combos, but this is a tasty combo with the Space Wolves and potentially one of the best relics in the game. And I could possibly see a Supreme Command of Space Wolves being added into any army. Just saying. Any army. Yeah. You have to wait for the podcast. Comes out Tuesday. You have to listen to it. Right. Which unit did you say it was when you answered my question? Internet was acting up. So I just said, don't take the Leviathan. Just don't squeeze him in. Just don't do it. Yeah. Just don't put him in. I think. I mentioned the Devastators with the Grav in a drop pod. Just a unit of Devastators. Even with Blood Angels. Okay, not with Blood Angels. No, not Blood Angels. They don't need the Space Wolves. They don't need them. No. But most other, especially shooting armies. A shooting army with a unit combat punch, that's what, with a counter punch, or with knights, all be revealed in the podcast. Leon, Andrea. I'm not sure who Andrea so-and-so is. Anyway, mate, I'm having 3... Oh, hang on a minute. Do you think you can play Sisters as a Shootie list competitively? No, I can't. No. I can't do it. Because they're too good in combat. All of their buffs are combat orientated. Get amongst it. Get the chainswords out. If you got a chainsword, use it, all right? So, words to live by. Sanguinal. He's a beast. Favorite model. I do like Calgar, actually. Yeah. Ooh, the Wraith Knight. That's a good model. With the sword in the shield. Or the Incarn. Yes, the Incarn. The Incarn is what I'd take. Just so good. Yeah. Unbelievable. Anyway, mate, I have 300 plus salamanders that I was wondering what would be good build. Stick with the old Marines or play the new Primaris. New Primaris. Yeah. Aggressors and Centurions. That's what you want. Assault Sense and Aggressors. Apothecary, Banner, Captain, maybe Vulcan in there. Mix it up. Get amongst it. Move up like a column of just big old fireball. Yeah. Favorite 30k Primarch model. Well, Sanguinius is cool. Russ is also decent. Russ is a very good model. I like Magnus as well. Yes. So I think Russ though. The Russ versus that new one that's come out though. The old Alfarius with the spear. Yeah. They're all good. All of them are great, to be honest. You mentioned the other day possibly going through the Salamander supplement like you did for Chaos. Oh, yeah, I still need to do that. And I need to do this one, Alpha Legion. So here we go. Alpha Legion time. And then we'll do Salamanders, all right? Not today, though. Tomorrow we'll do Salamanders. So let's have a little look in here. Alpha Legion. Remember, they get -1 to hit outside of 12, which is easily one of the best things in the game. -1 to hit, army-wide. Excellent. So, 2 warlord traits that I really like. Number 1 is Master of Diversion. At the start of the first battle round, before the first battle round begins, select 3 units on the battlefield and remove them and set them up again. So you can basically redeploy 3 units for a warlord trait. That is incredible. So you're definitely taking that one. You're also going to be taking, and remember, this if you're going first or second. Also important to note. Once per battle, at the start of your movement phase, you can remove this warlord from the battlefield and set them up 3 away with 9 inches. Again, amazing. So turn 1, you can redeploy a unit and get nasty. Okay? Who doesn't like that? Infantry unit, though, just key. So there are 2 warlord traits you're definitely taking. Plus, as a stratagem, we are Alfarius. To get an additional warlord traits, you're also going to take that one. Then you've got Yeah, I don't know if I like that relic thing. I mean, if you're going pure Alpha League, I think there's better relics to take in the Chaos soupage that you're going to be doing. But yeah, I mean, it's not bad with the extra, making them spend extra CPs on 4s. It's good you can kick it off when you want, though. I do like that. So, like Gene Stealer Cult hit hard turn 2 and 3. So maybe you do it then. Like if they're going to spend most of their CPs turn 2, maybe you pop it. It gives you another turn. Yeah. But it really depends on the army you're playing. I think again it's situational, but it's good to have in your bank. Forward operatives, again, amazing. Move 9 before the game. That's incredible. So with the Alpha Legion, and they've also got this conceal 2 CPs. You can't shoot that infantry unit if there's another unit that's close or invisible. So again, that is amazing to keep your primary units really tip top. And then you've got the auto explode one, or pretty much auto explode on a 4 up. When you kill a vehicle, you can basically have an army wide. Can't bubble within 12 inches. That's amazing for gun lines. So again, you want to make sure you're running. You do not want to be running cultists with Alpha Legion. You want to make sure that you are running Space Marines with Alpha Legion. That's a must. Okay, if you're running battalions, they have to be Space Marines. Yeah. You can basically redeploy a unit 9 inches away again, so it comes down another turn. Though that's amazing. So I think you've got some incredible things in here. You can fall back and shoot. You can either go combat based or you can go shooting based. And what I really like in a Alpha Legion list is putting a priest in there, making it -1 to hit on a unit, then going basically the if you make a unit Nurgle as well, you can make it -3 to hit because you can cast Miasma of Pestilence on it. So I really like that. So I'm thinking like big unit of, well, how I run mine was big unit of Terminators, which are Nurgle. They're basically -3 to hit, super tough, super durable. And then behind that, you could put a big unit of 20 Khorne Berserkers that you can put Conceal on, or you can put your Obliterators in Deep Strike, or you could redeploy them turn 1 and just shoot away if you needed to. Then they're Alpha Legion, so they can double shoot. So they're Slanesh, so they can double shoot with the +1 to wound as well. So, turn 1, you could do that. You could do that again turn 2 with another unit of a blitz that you could put in Deep Strike. So I'd pretty much, and then a big unit of bikes. So maybe 2 big units of that and another Sorcerer or Chaos Warlord, something like that to give you reroll 1 so they can roll in a Supreme Command. You've then got another cheeky battalion with another priest in to get the +1 to hit, and then also the another sorcerer in there. That's your HQs filled up nicely. That's your battalions. You've got a battalion, Supreme Command, and then that's pretty much all you're good. Big unit of Khorne Berserkers that you're going to conceal every turn so they can get up the table. 3 in a cheeky little battalion, 3 units of 5 of those, and then either a big old unit of Noise Marines that you can redeploy. Quite good. Or the Blitz, depending on your flavor of preference. But that's a very nice list. You've got good board control from the Termies and the Khorne Berserkers that you can't touch, or you could swap them out for Possessed, depending on, again, your flavor and how many points you've got. So you've got loads of good options there, but you want to make sure you've got some nice little tricks up. In the Scorpius Dreadnought, Scorpius Whirlwind's not bad either to maybe throw in at the back just to give you some fire support, but again, you probably don't need it. Right, so let me answer your question. Apparently, Henry is building a Custodes army. Yep, don't blame him. I really want to play close combat Chaos Space Marines with a Demon detachment. What demon god demon detachment would you go with against Space Marines? I'm leaning towards Slanesh, but I would definitely go Slanesh. I think Slanesh is super cool, underrated, and they got some good little tricks as well, like advancing charge and stuff is nice. So yeah, I think Slanesh is a good way forward. So Alpha Legion, very good relic Hydra as well. Yeah, apparently, yeah, cool. Looking forward to it. Will push me over the edge for the mentorship. You do, mate. Absolutely. Yeah, it'd be great to have you on there. Really would. Hi, how many CPs, i.e. battalions, do you think Chaos Space Marines list should aim for as a CP heavy army in general? You're probably looking at, trying to get about 12 in. So maybe double battalion and then one other. Double battalion, you're probably good to go. Hi, how would you run Death Corps of Krieg troops, normally infantry or grenadiers in the transport? I probably wouldn't. I don't really know much about them, if I'm honest. I don't know their rules. I haven't looked at them. Yeah. I don't tend to look at that much Forge World, you see, apart from the models, but I don't really look at the rules too much. Which might change if they become more adopted in the competitive scene. Do you think, Julian's asked, do you think after the quarantine the meta will have changed significantly? I think it'll be wide open. I think everyone's been playtesting different stuff. People have maybe got hobby projects that they've had, in the cupboard for ages. Like I've had orcs in here for ages that I haven't had the time to do. So there'll be loads of people cropping up, like good players as well, cropping up with loads of different armies that they just want to trial out, and they'll just be keen to play whatever. So armies going to be thrown down on the table. We'll have Death Watch out, Space Wolves out, Saga the Beast. Harlequins are going to be out as well. We've obviously got Orcs have just been released, so there's loads of new stuff. Space Marines, got nerfed not too long ago, really, in comparison, so the Grey Knights are still on the rise. People that the Sisters models only really came out about a month ago in terms of full release models. So like myself, I had to wait for ages, although I had the rules for ages, haven't actually, Chances, how old are you? You can guess. Guess my age. Everyone, you can have a guess. Unless you know, they're not allowed to guess because that's cheating. So yeah, guys, you can guess my age. Jacob said the mentorship is great program. It will definitely take your 40k to the next level. Oh, honestly, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Is the neg 3 in combat counts as well? I'm not sure what you mean. Deathwatch intercessors versus veterans go. Completely depends on what happens in Psychic Awakening, but yeah, Mr. Hatch is right. There's no reason why you can't run a little bit of both. Yeah. I do hope Harlequins get a good rework. They don't need a rework, they just need some benefits because they're already all right. They just need a bit of a points drop. Those 3 things I mentioned earlier, and they're playable. Like I took them to the World Champs last year and I went, won 5 games, and I lost 1 game by a point. And yeah, that could have gone a different way anyway. Yeah, they're actually pretty good. And I ran them as Yanari Quins. They work well. Don't forget Exalted Champions. Yeah, see, he's all right. He's a cheap little character you could throw in for sure into the chaos. Stormbreaker, no problem for being late, buddy. So here we go. Here's the age. So 42. Wow. 42. Wow. 26. Okay, yeah. 33, right? 26, 25, 33 rules me out. 27, 40. Jack, you've been spending too much time using glue, building models, eh? You're going crazy. Going cray-cray, mate. 47. Psh, I know I've got a couple of, stray greys, but come on, man. 47. Right. 37. Even so, 37. Wow. Podcast today, right? Deathwatch. We've had so many salty Deathwatch players, all right? Now, I love Deathwatch just as much as the next man, okay? And arguably, I'd probably say more because I was hitting the competitive scene with Deathwatch before they were even cool, and the veteran build was pretty much my build, okay? So, I'm going to roll up these sleeves. Here's my message to you. If you're a salty Deathwatch player, because you're not getting a book, you're looking at it in the wrong way, okay? Now, this is a good life metaphor. There is always a silver lining in any situation that you find yourself in. Guaranteed. You just have to look hard enough to find it, okay? The words written in a White Dwarf are just as powerful as the words written in Psychic Awakening book. Just because it doesn't have a hardcover doesn't mean it's any less good or less competitive, okay? Deathwatch don't actually need that much stuff anyway because their army's pretty decent, okay? They're in a good place, so you don't need that much. Any more is just being greedy, okay? So you also, A, don't have to wait months to get it, so that's a good thing. B, you don't have to pay a premium price for a hard copy book, okay? If you want to read lore things, then buy a Black Library book. I could recommend many because some of the Deathwatch ones are brilliant. So actually, White Dwarf is cheaper to buy than a hardback book. Plus, you can cut the pages out that you need. So if it's 3-4 pages, cut them out, and then you can stick them in your codex. So therefore, it's less stuff to take to a tournament. Whereas if you're taking Chaos, you've got to take this book. You've got to take your Vigilus Detachment book. So that's 2 books. You've got to take your Chaos Space Marine Codex. That's 3 books. And if you're putting in demons in, that's 4 books. Okay? Plus your rule book, if you're taking that. So that's potentially up to 5 books. Deathwatch need the Codex and your cut out pages from White Dwarf, which can go in there. So it's cheaper, less to carry, and you get it quicker. And it's going to be just as good. So chill, everyone. All right? Look at the positives. I don't want any negativity. I don't want any salt. You know? You get where I'm going, guys. All right? Anyway, my age is, I'm going to be 32 in July. That is the answer. 32. So thank you to everyone that said I was under 30. Appreciate you lots. Everyone that said I was over 30. Gone down on estimations. Especially you, Jack. 47. Yeah. Whatever. Right. Stormbreaker. Oh, damn. The sleeves are up. Yeah, they're up. All right. They're staying up now. Okay. So Leon said, yeah, I'll make like I have been looking at Blue Marines. Got every damn thing for ages. So, yeah. Yes, but apparently we're not getting Phobos, nor Warlord traits, nor relics, nor stratagems. It's about how everybody is getting a lot of stuff, variety, Deathwatch are basically mono builds. Look, we'll see what we get. Okay, so until it's out, the verdict is out. Chansey, question, what's the worst tabletop experience you've ever had playing against somebody? Well, I made a video on this, actually, and it's the most viewed video on my channel, and it's called My Opponent and a yellow card at the LGT. So you can watch that, and that will give you a little bit of a taster for that worst experience, okay? However, I have never had one since, and, you know, it started the conversation around sportsmanship, and, you know, now I've had some incredible opportunities come up, and the game and sportsmanship in itself, since that video, has certainly gone up on the rise, and it's my mission now, like I said, guys, what I'm so passionate about, is I don't want people to see that video and go, oh, that's why I don't play tournaments. No, I put that video out to raise awareness so we can make change. And I genuinely believe it made change. Okay, since that video, so many things have happened. TOs have got in touch with me, asking me to help them with their code of conducts. I've consulted with TOs about the pre-game speech. You know, people are really cracking down on their, like I said, their code of conduct that they put in place. Certain organizations, you know, not to be named, I've consulted for as well for their rules pack that you may or may not be able to guess. So yeah, guys, it's made a difference, and now it's becoming a lot more on the radar of great TOs that are out there. People like John, Salty John from the from the LVO, people like Neil from the WTC. You know, we're passionate about putting these processes in place, okay? So that if you're new to the game, then basically, you know the order, you know the proceedings to happen, and it's cool. Like if someone wants to get a TO to say, Steve, do you mind if I get a TO, Steve, to check that rule? I'm like, please do, definitely do that. And I tell everyone, look, please, just if you're ever unsure, go get a TO. I'm completely cool with it. I'm not going to assume you're like trying to call me out or you know snitching on me. It's not about that. I just want to play a clean game where both of us leave that game feeling like, yeah, we had a great game and we both played with the best intent possible, and at the end of the day, the best general won. That's all that I care about. And then I'll shake that person's hand, say I had a great game, buy them a drink, whatever. That's all gravy. And I can't wait to play them again. And I've had like literally 2 bad experiences ever. And they were against the same person on the video. What you thought of it and all that stuff, because it caused a lot of contention. And I knew it's even still spoke about today on different podcasts in videos and things. But yeah. You don't use a walking stick, old man. Hey, watch it. I'll go back and check it out. Ari Bobby Gulliman, a mate who always takes it to friendly games, and he will continue to do so until Gulliman dies. I need a way to kill him. So, Andrew, never tailor your list to play somebody, okay? Tailor your list to help you as an individual become a better player, all right? If your opponent takes Gulliman, that's fine. If he takes Mortarion and Magnus in the same list, that's fine. You need to develop a list that is able to beat and have the opportunity and the tools in it to counter them all. Okay, list tailoring to beat somebody you know plays a list, in my opinion, is bad sport and a little bit cheaty. Okay, and I used to do it. Don't get me wrong, because it was annoying when you're playing against that person. You need to, and bear in mind, like when you sort of grasp the game as being a game of rock, paper, scissors, if playing skill is equal, then the rock will beat the scissors, the paper will beat the rock, etc. Okay, when list is matched, or when playing skill is matched, the list should overcome it. Okay, and if dice rolls are exactly statistical, there you go. Now, your challenge is to change elements of your list so you've got a tool to beat the Gulliman gun line, all right? And if not, you need to develop yourself as a player until you can beat it, or you have a chance to. And until you've completely exceeded that, which is why I teach everyone on the on the mentorship program absolutely everything they need to know about all the phases of the game so they can absolutely dominate it, then yeah, to be honest, you should not be changing your list. You should be or thinking about a different army. You should be really honing your skills so you've got the tools to deal with it. Okay, and that would be my advice. That's going to develop you as a player versus I'm just going to take this list because Steve told me to beat it, and if I roll average, I will. But that doesn't really help you apart from give you that really like that 5 minutes of cool, I won. But it's a meaningless win. Okay, you want to win because you know that your skills became enhanced. Does that make sense? I'm sorry if that comes across a bit harsh, but I don't mean it to. It's with me, if I ever say anything, I'm just, hopefully, yeah, hopefully that goes down well. But just develop your skills. That's all I would say. Think outside the box with different unit choices and stuff, and critically analyze your mistakes, okay, that you make, and think of it as a training game until you get it. Like, think of it as, okay, I got to that level, or I got that little bit closer, or oh, I managed to get a draw this time. Great, that's progression. All right. My sister's a battle I've painted as Martyred Lady. Is there an issue as competitive level if they wanted them bloody rose? No, not really. I don't think we're sisters. As long as they're all bloody rose, they all have to be the same. You can't mix it up. If they're all painted silver, they all have to be the same silver one. Okay. Leon has said, I've built an army. List stolen out of my box, aka at a tournament. I played Dark Elves, and your assassin had to be marked on unit, and lists got handed until after the game. Yeah, they kicked it up a gear. I'm not sure what you mean. If you could just retype that a little bit. Do you think 8th has run its course, or can it be salvaged with an 8.5? I think the 8th edition is great. Like, literally, I love 8th edition. What's the name of the video? I think it's called My Opponent and His Yellow Card. Hi, Stephen, Chicago, Illinois here. How you doing? Is there a better time to join the mentorship, or could I just join anytime? So at the moment, is probably the best time, because you get a 2-week free trial, and I'll be honest, I don't know how long I'm going to keep that running for, because spaces are filling up. When it gets to, well, basically 200 is the maximum that I'm going to take for a while, because at that point I need to think about employing somebody to help me with the administration tasks that I've got to do in the back end. And also because of coronavirus, module 5 that you normally get at week 20 is actually available at week 3 because of coronavirus. I've decided to bring that on. So the 2-week free trial, I don't know how long it's going to run for, if I'm honest. I'll probably cap it at like 150 spaces because at the moment we're getting about 3 new people join the mentorship a day at the moment. Yeah. So I don't want to be like, oh, join today, otherwise it's going to run out, that'd be a lie. But yeah, certainly spaces are filling up quite quickly, and we're currently about 125 was the last time I checked. So yeah, spaces are currently filling up quite quickly. Then there'll be, and the only reason why I'm doing a trial period is so that you can see the quality of the videos, you can see the quality in the group, you can get to know the people in the community, and if you like it, you can stay. If you don't, that's cool. I've got no objections about people not wanting to. I don't want anyone to feel like they have to stay, and I don't want anyone part of the mentorship who doesn't want to be there either, because otherwise you're not going to have good things to say about the mentorship program apart from negative things. So that's why there's no contracts or anything like that. If you want to stop, you just stop, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. Because I want people to say, even if you realize it's not for you, or maybe your circumstances change, you'd leave the mentorship going, actually, I can see it's got value for this type of person, but it didn't really, I didn't really get what I wanted from it maybe at that time, or my circumstances changed, but the guys at Vanguard Tactics were really cool about me leaving, and I definitely recommend it. That's very positive, rather than, oh, they tied me into contracts, or it was completely overpriced and I never got what they said they were going to get. So yeah, when you get the 2-week trial, you can see all the modules ahead of you. There's another 6 modules that haven't been filmed yet because it's obviously time release, like I said, and it's over the year. And the course essentially runs out in September, so we're kind of halfway there. Yeah. Anyway, that's that. What else do we think here? Raul, same question. Why pick incursors over intercessors in Space Wolves army? Because they're going to protect your characters and they can move much faster, because most of your characters are going to have a jump pack. The incursors are already up there and they get a boatload of attacks, and that's what you want. Okay. Intercessors take too long to get to combat because your army's going to be quick if you're either running Wolf Cav or you're running Wolf Guard with Terminators, jump pack, sorry, or Wolfen. They're quick. You need troops that can keep with you. Salamanders of Imperial Fist Artillery will do well against more than just Bobby G. Absolutely. Stephen, that mentorship, is that focused on one list a person is working on and learns to improve through that, or is it more broad? It is very broad skill set, and it's all about for you to understand exactly what you need to do. So if you're working on one list, we'll help you until you feel like it's run its course, and then if you want to start a new one, great, we can help you with that as well. But the fundamental skills are still going to remain the same. So the techniques I run with Sisters will be the same ones I've been using with Blood Angels, which will be the same ones that I run with Space Wolves or Gene Stealer Cult. Yeah, so there's sort of similar concepts that you would use. Threat ranges in like analyzing your opponent's list and be able to manage the scoreboard are skills that even if I was playing AOS, I'd still be okay, because I've got an idea of how those things function. Okay. And like, I'm not some sort of wizard at 40k. I just work really hard at it, and I'm just kind of noted down everything I've ever learned. But I keep a book of everything I do, and I've kind of slowly put that into the course, and I'm very critical of everything, as you can get from my personality. So yeah, that's how it kind of runs, really. Right, guys, I'm gonna leave that there. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there. It's been 45 minutes. So anyway, guys, I would like to. Can I submit a list of all my models I have? Would you be able to? If Leon, I can't do list building on YouTube, but I can do it and part of the mentorship program. We do that every Thursday. So yeah, it will be on the mentorship program is where you can get that help with your list. All right. Right, guys. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow for day 21. And then after that, we'll see if I continue, because I said I was only going to do 21 days. Yeah. Accountability checking. How is your model building and painting going? All right, it's going along okay. I'm currently 9.5 hours into my 20-hour build. And as I mentioned earlier, the Grey Knights, this is the first one that's been finished. He's looking pretty sweet. All of them are silver. All of them have got the gold in. Yeah. Boom. So we're at day 21 tomorrow. I'll see you tomorrow at 6. And then you guys are going to have to convince me to keep doing this after that, because I promised myself and you that'll be 21 days. So if it's going to be extended, then it's got to work both ways. All right. Anyway, guys, take care and I'll see you later.